This week on a special Final Four edition of One Devotion, the best weekend in world basketball has hit the ground running in the German capital. Friday's early semi-final will make history as the first all-Russian showdown ever at the Final Four. Two of the most exciting teams in basketball will battle it out in Friday's second game. And a quartet of newcomers talk about their desire to become Euroleague champions by Sunday. The big climax to the 2015-16 Turkish Airlines Euroleague season drew ever closer this week as the four remaining contestants made their way to Berlin, the city where dreams will be fulfilled as the identity of the champions is revealed at the Final Four. The first team to arrive in the German capital on Wednesday was Fenerbahce Istanbul.
I think that everybody in the team knows what to do. We need to fight for every ball and to give our soul and our heart the game.
Fenerbahce's opponents in Friday's semi-final, Laboral Kucha Victoria Gasteiz, landed in Berlin later on Wednesday.
We talked about this, I don't know, at dinner in December we were talking about it, so it would be great to come to Final Four. I think we have chance this year, and actually we believed in this, and this really happened. So I think for us it's not that a surprise, but it's a great honor and great joy to be here.
And so too did the protagonists for an all-Russian semi-final, CSKA Moscow and Lokomotiv Kuban Krasnodar.
Our defense wins championships, and we're going to try to make as much stops as we can, get more stops than them, and at the end of the game, hopefully, our results will show on the scoreboard.
Just to enjoy the experience. I mean, it's just 2 games. Just come out there and do what you've been doing the whole year, and try to take it all in. You never know if you'll be able to come back here.
On Thursday morning, players from all the Final Four contestants headed to Berlin's historic city centre to declare European basketball's greatest event officially open. In keeping with Final Four tradition, the weekend schedule got underway with a one-team session, which saw local athletes from Special Olympics performing alongside Euroleague stars in Berlin's iconic Alexanderplatz, the site of this year's fan zone. The special athletes and the one-team ambassadors from each Final Four team took part in a series of fun and empowering sessions, which have proven so successful in a social inclusion program that spans 31 Euroleague basketball clubs in 14 countries.
Basketball and sports is a universal language. Everybody understands sports. Everybody has a love for the game of basketball, and it shows that with social responsibility that we all can have a connection. We all can make a change, and we're just using sports as a vehicle to do that.
This was great. The team up with one team in Special Olympics for this event was great. Just putting smiles on people's faces. Everybody's coming here, for basketball, but it's life that you have to capture as well. So it was a great event.
1, 2, 3.
Then it was time for more formal proceedings, as the Euroleague awards ceremony paid tribute to the best players of the season, as voted by fans and media. All of the Final Four clubs were represented on the All-Euroleague first team. But the biggest news of the day was the naming of the MVP for the 2015-16 season. And the man receiving the competition's biggest personal honour was CSKA's Nando De Colo, whose outstanding season saw him receive the most nominations from fans and the media to become the new Euroleague MVP.
It's amazing. I'm very happy and proud to get all this trophy, the MVP of the best competition in Europe. But like you say, we are not done. We have 2 more games and we need to stay focused on it.
Malcolm Delaney, Nando De Colo, Jan Vesely and Ioannis Borousis then joined their head coaches for the Final Four opening press conference, which saw them face questions from some of the hundreds of media professionals who have made their way to Berlin to discover which team will lift the trophy on Sunday.
Zeliko before asked Velimir and me, if CSKA has the best defender, the MVP, the first scorer, what are we doing here? It's a funny, but it's true. We have to compete.
You try to prepare the game and you care about everything. My problem is semi-final, and my mind only is on that game. They have 3 excellent point guards: Adams, James, and Mr. Yanis Bruce. Obviously, I try to understand how to stop them, and this is the first and I believe main thing for this game.
With the questions answered, the awards handed out, and the fan zone ready for business, Berlin is now fully prepared for liftoff in a unique weekend of basketball drama at the 2016 Turkish Airlines Euroleague Final Four. The search for a new Euroleague champion blasts off in Berlin on Friday with a historic showdown as Lokomotiv Kuban Krasnodar, just the second Russian participant ever in a Final Four, faces the first one, CSKA Moscow, which has been there more often than any club. Making its 13th Final Four appearance in 14 years, Dimitris Itoudis' CSKA has been as dominant as ever this season, scoring more points than anyone else and showing it knows how to win close games by outlasting Crvena Zvezda Telekom Belgrade in the playoffs. But if CSKA owns the competition's best offense, the top defense belongs to Lokomotiv, which allowed fewer points per game than any other team. And Georgios Bartzokas' men arrived to Berlin confident after a thrilling 5-game playoffs victory over FC Barcelona Lassa. But Lokomotiv certainly isn't just about defense. With all Euroleague point guard Malcolm Delaney able to score points in bunches or create as many for his teammates, CSKA knows that he is a major threat.
He likes to get comfortable off the ball screen, just shooting the pull-up threes. So we want to pick him up as much as possible, and don't let him see the rim when he comes off the ball screen. Because once he sees the rim when he comes off the ball screen, he will take 10 a game, and he can make half of them.
Lokomotiv also possesses a pair of inside dominators with the mobility, athleticism and scoring ability of Chris Singleton and Anthony Randolph, proving pivotal in the exciting playoff triumph over Barcelona. Victor Claver also brings physical presence, while Ryan Burkhoff, Dante Draper and Matt Janning help to make Lokomotiv one of the most effective three-point shooting teams in the league. CSKA is blessed with the top 2 scorers in the competition, all Euroleague backcourt buddies Milos Teodosic and Nando De Colo, who is also the newly crowned season MVP. Lokomotiv knows that limiting CSKA's twin catalysts will be vital.
Teodosic has been in the team for a long time, and he knows well all the team and the way they play. De Colo, the last 2 years. Last year was his first after the NBA, and this year he showed everybody that he's one of the best players in Europe.
The CSKA roster is loaded with talent, relying on Nikita Kurbanov, the versatile Andrei Vorontsevich, and this season's Best Defender trophy winner Karl Heinz to control the boards. Outside scoring also comes from Corey Higgins and Vitaly Fridson, but ultimately Lokomotiv know their fate could be decided by their ability to stop Teodosic and De Colo.
I think this is 50% of CSKA game, points, assists, and for sure it's how Teo and Nando play. It's a big factor for CSKA.
And CSKA, who have beaten every team they've come up against this season, are prepared for a demanding game as they go all out for a place in the final.
Loco, they kind of play a unique style of basketball where they have, they're able to spread the court. They have 5 perimeter players on the court that kind of makes it a non-traditional sense of offense. And offense defensively, they're able to switch everything. So it kind of, gives us a different adjustment and different things to look at.
Friday's second semi-final in Berlin promises a thrilling showdown between Fenerbahce Istanbul and Laboral Kucha Vitoria Gasteiz, two teams with the same exact goal, to become continental kings for the first time. After falling in last year's semi-finals, Željko Obradovic's Fenerbahce team has won almost everything in its path this season and shares the Euroleague's best overall record after sweeping reigning champ Real Madrid from the playoffs. Laboral, under Velimir Perazovic, are one of the season's surprises, having come through a brutally tough top 16 group to claim home court advantage on the way to defeating Panathinaikos Athens 3-0 in their playoff series.
You know, they showed that it's not accident that they were second in that other group, which was, you know, crazy group with Real, Barca, everybody, CSKA. So it's going to be a hard match, as every match in Final Four, but we'll be ready and I think we will win.
Fenerbahce's strength begins with a pair of explosive all-Euroleague centres. Epe Udo, the competition's new single-season record holder for blocked shots, and high-flying Jan Vesely, who returns from a 2-month injury after having dominated earlier this season. Fenerbahce features plenty of perimeter firepower too, with a third all-Euroleague selection, do-it-all Luigi Datome, flanked by hard-charging Bogdan Bogdanovic and shooting ace Bobby Dixon. With so many weapons to face, Laboral players know they will have to work very hard to stop Fenerbahce.
I think we will find a way and we will try to make them stop, because I think it's really important that the defense, because I think if we play good defense just like we did the whole year, I think we can stop them, and after that we can run, we can get some easy baskets, and like this we can win.
Fenerbahce's roster contains plenty of Final Four experience, with Kostas Lukas, Ricky Hickman and Pero Antic becoming Euroleague champions in recent years with previous clubs. In contrast, only one player in the Laboral roster has reached this stage before, veteran big man Ioannis Borousis, who won the title with Real Madrid last season and has enjoyed a spectacular season in Vitoria, leading the league in rebounding to earning a spot on the all-Euroleague first team. Fenerbahce is aware that Laboral is more than just Borousis, however.
Borousis, of course, has a lot of experience in Euroleague and is making an incredible season. But all the other guys, they show that they belong at this level because they had a very, very good season. So when you go on the court, it's not about the name you have on your jersey, it's what you do on the court.
Borousis' steady consistency is complemented by the fast and furious backcourt duo of Mike James and Darius Adams, who combined for more than 100 points in their team's 3 playoff games. Long-range marksman Davis Bertans can be a game-changer, while the all-round talents of Adam Hanger, Kim Tilly and Jaka Blažić add to Laboral's confidence that it can extend an impressive season with another victory.
Throughout the season, we proved that it doesn't matter how great is the opponent, and we can beat anybody. So if we go out there, give our best, then we have a good shot.
One of the biggest weapons at the disposal of CSKA Moscow as it aims for a 7th Euroleague title at the Final Four in Berlin is 27-year-old swingman Corey Higgins, who has demonstrated a wide range of talents while enjoying his competition debut this season.
That's the best thing about it, is that you get to play against some of the best players around the world, and not only that, but the competitive spirit is compared to none.
Higgins has been a go-to scorer for much of his career, but at CSKA he has shown the full range of his versatility.
Here at CSKA, they don't need me to be a primary scorer because we have so many weapons. So I just try to use the other attributes of my game, like shooting and defending especially. And I think the coach has put me in great positions to succeed, and I think I've done well with that.
Higgins has succeeded and then some in one particular scoring trait. His three-point accuracy, never more than 40% in his pro career, soared to nearly 55% this season as he proved to be the Euroleague's most efficient shooter from behind the arc.
With all these weapons, a lot of guys creating for each other, we get great shots almost every possession, and so when you get great shots like that, it's much easier to knock them down.
Among those creators whom Higgins plays alongside when they often enter games as reserves together is Milos Teodosic, one of the master passers in Euroleague history.
There's not much adjustment playing with Milos because he sees the game so well. If you're in a position to score, he's going to get you the ball, so playing with him has been great.
CSKA has now reached 13 Final Fours in 14 seasons, but is looking for its first title since 2008. And even newcomers like Higgins are well aware of the expectations they have inherited to put their team on the top step of the podium.
Knowing those expectations, it's just added more to the fire, but it really doesn't change much inside me because I feel like that's how, I don't feel like I'm going to change how I approach each situation anyway.
Nonetheless, all the Final Four experience of his team and teammates has made Higgins ready for a highly intense few days in Berlin as CSKA goes all out in search of the elusive crowning glory of another Euroleague title.
We got two final games, and there's semi-final and a final, but both are finals. So we know it's going to be a huge challenge. Everybody's going to go out there and fight for their lives. We just know it's going to be a straight dogfight, and I think we're going to be ready for the challenge.
And after everything CSKA has achieved so far in his first Euroleague season, Higgins is determined to do everything possible to ensure that his team does not leave Berlin empty-handed. Lokomotiv Kuban Krasnodar big man Chris Singleton has put together a memorable first year in the Turkish Airlines Euroleague. It started with a bang as Singleton starred in his new team's opening night victory and hit new heights when he was the hero of the historic playoffs Game 5 win that sent Lokomotiv to its first Final Four.
Right now you can say it's going all right. We made history with Lokomotiv Kuban, and we're getting ready for the Final Four. I feel like we have a good team. We've been #1 defensively all year, and hopefully that'll lead to more things to come.
Although Singleton was not sure what to expect when he joined Lokomotiv, he was comfortable immediately upon his arrival.
I felt like as soon as I got here, we clicked. There's really been no drama amongst the team. You rarely see that. So I kind of knew that we were going to be a good team. And as the season went along, we've grown together. People have showcased their skills. And now all of Europe and the world can see what they're all about.
There is no doubt about Singleton's ability to score, but he said his efforts on the other end of the court and his leadership have been his biggest contributions to the team.
I'm just trying to be the defensive anchor and just try to be vocal and talk to the guys. I feel like I know the game of basketball and just try to help them and help myself at critical points in the game, trying to keep their head level, trying to just tell them when to attack and what to look for out there.
Despite his basketball experience in his native United States, there were some lessons for Singleton to learn this season, including about how tough it can be in the Euroleague to score.
You rarely get a two-dribble drive to the basket. You really have to work to get a basket over here.
Another major lesson was about never taking off for even a single play.
That's what they tell you in grade school, every possession counts. But I think over here it really does because momentum can swing just off one loose ball or one defensive rebound, one offensive rebound.
After a season full of learning the Euroleague game, Singleton is confident that his team may have the right mix to make history in Berlin, as long as it maintains its superior defensive effort.
With us, it's really tough because I feel like we can hurt you at so many different
spots. Broke off can give you 15. I can give you 15, 20. You got Randolph give you 15, 20, 25. Malcolm Delaney can get 15, 25. I mean, we have so many weapons offensively, but it's all going to come down to our defense. And I think that just overall, if we just stay together and play defense, I think we're going to have a good shot.
Singleton has done his research, and he has an inkling of what to expect.
It's going to be crazy emotion. The atmosphere is going to be there. And it's really, he's just saying whoever comes to play that day, because you get one chance, you get one shot.
Among more than 24 players making their Final Four debuts in Berlin is one who has kept that goal in mind for at least a decade. Back in 2004, Luigi Datome of Fenerbahce Istanbul played in his first Euroleague game at age 16 for a Montepaschi Siena team that had reached the 2 previous Final Fours.
I remember it was a game where Carlton Myers had a back problem, and I didn't know he had a back problem. I didn't know I was about to play real minutes, and then I tried to play very hard.
Datome would get his first Euroleague basket 2 weeks after his 17th birthday, and later that season set what is still the Adidas Next Generation Tournament single game scoring record with 38 points during the finals in Moscow. But not until this week has he been able to return to the Final Four.
Play on Euroleague at such a high level is very big for me, and it was one of our goals, and we did it. So now we are on the run for something bigger, and we just can't wait to start.
After he played the last 2 seasons in the NBA, several clubs tried to lure Datome back to Europe. He opted to join a rising Euroleague powerhouse that reached its first Final Four last season and wanted his help to go even further in this one.
I saw Fenerbahce like a very important club, very ambitious, which was playing basketball at a high level and wanted to succeed again in Euroleague, and actually didn't win any trophy last year. So there was a lot of desire to win with this club this season, and I liked also all the players that were in the team, of course the coach, and so I could see myself very good in this situation.
Having a chance to play under Željko Obradović, the most successful head coach in competition history, was another big factor in Datome's decision.
I knew that I could get better as a player with him, with somebody that push you every day, that pretend the maximum from you every day, and can teach you a lot. So it was one of the motivations that pushed me to come to Fenerbahce.
From the moment he stepped on the court this season, Datome's return looked providential. He had 15 points in the season opener, went on to score in double digits 16 more times, and was made an all-Euroleague selection by the fans and media. No Fenerbahce player piled up more total points than Datome, and he ranked 3rd on the team in rebounds, assists, and 3-point shots too. Needless to say, it is the best season of his career, and he's enjoying every bit of it.
Feel responsible, have responsibilities in a very important team, in a very important club, and of course playing basketball, playing a lot of basketball, a lot of games, a lot of big goals, so we didn't have time to relax or to chill. Being, I would say, under pressure every day, every practice, every game, for me is crucial to be better as a player and to live and feel basketball at the top of it.
One of the most unexpected stars to emerge during this Euroleague season comes from one of the Final Four surprise teams too. Dynamic point guard Darius Adams took a long and winding road until he landed with Laboral Cucha Vitoria Gasteiz. And it goes without saying that he had to prove himself every step of the way.
Definitely been like the underdog never taking the easy route coming up. So it's been a tough journey, just climbing the different obstacles, getting through a lot of adversity. But it's been one special journey.
Adams played for small universities and 7 pro teams in 6 countries before he could establish himself in the Euroleague.
Each level, the teams I've been on, they haven't really been the top teams. And even with Laboral, they're a Euroleague team, but everybody still looks at the Barcelonas, the Madrids, and all that, so it's still like the underdog. And I like it, because no one ever expected us to be here, or no one expected me to be here.
Despite the tough road he has taken, Adams would not have it any other way.
Always something to prove. Like that's what fuels me. Like when someone says you can't do something, that makes you want to prove to them that you can do it, and it just gives you that extra edge. Like on the court, like not taking nothing for granted. Just want to show people, the world, everybody. Just show yourself that you can do it.
One important part of Adams' journey has been the memory of his late best friend Brandon, who tragically passed away when Adams was still a student.
He was always the support, and then for me losing him going into my freshman year of college, it was kind of tough. But he's been a great inspiration. I just know that I got him with me whenever I play or everyday life. I got him tattooed on my hand, so every time I pray or think about him before the game, I tap my hand to show him respect, and I know that he's with me and just keep his memory alive.
Adams has certainly been inspired this season and played a fundamental role in Laboral reaching the Final Four as he posted the highest playoff scoring average this decade, nearly 23 points per game. Having arrived in the big time, however, Adams will never relax or stop pushing himself.
I'm the type that I never want to be content. You can always learn and fix your mistakes, so I just want to continue to grow as a player and just go after it. The sky's the limit, and who knows?
His next challenge is leading underdog Laboral Cucha into the Final Four with the intention of upsetting any team in their path. And having specialised in doing things the hard way, Darius Adams is ready now to rise to the biggest challenge of his career.
My job's still not done. We still got goals to achieve this year. We want to win it all. We don't want to just make it to the Final Four. We want to win it all.